Your ass up because it's time to go beast mode.
Hey bodybuilding fans, John Bossi here at the 2016 NGA Western States with Inside Natural Bodybuilding, and we got Robert Weeks here. He just won the Men's Physique Pro Division. It's the first time having pro classes here at this show, and there's only two guys, but I thought you looked great. Really full pecs, good shoulder development. Tell us maybe about your prep for the show, maybe how it compared to previous shows, and anything that stands out to you about the experience.
So this time I decided to prep myself. I didn't go with a coach. I didn't use anybody because I figure at this point I've been doing it for 5-6 years, lifting, and I figure like I know myself more than somebody else does. So
Right.
I prep myself this time, and I feel really good about how I came in. It's about 2 months, and I came in more conditioned than I feel like I have for any other show.
Very
So
cool.
yeah.
So for 8 weeks, I'm assuming you kind of maintain a pretty lean off-season condition. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, from basically when I started, I'm about 13 pounds down. I got down to where I'm at now, about 5% body fat. Feel good about it. I mean, this is the lightest I've ever competed at, actually. So it worked. It worked.
Cool.
I feel good.
Anything in particular you do like for peak week or to kind of get ready, or you just kind of, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, just continue what you're doing right into the show?
Yeah, I've got a pretty standard peak week regimen as far as like what I eat goes. It's I just keep with like really basic. I don't like mixing it up and trying to get like fancy and like fit in bad foods in my diet. I keep it as clean as possible. I'm eating turkey, rice, veggies. Towards the end of the week, I do a big carb load on Friday, the day before. I just double up, 2.5 times as much carbs as I was taking before, kind of taper off the protein throughout. And then that's the plan. Keep my water consistent too. I don't do any like water cuts. Gallon a day, every single day up until show day, where I just have like minimal amounts. Yeah.
Very cool. Any thoughts on that doubling and half up of the carbs? I think some people, they get freaked out by that. Some people like to front load earlier in the week because they're afraid they're going to spill over, stuff like that. Is that just something where you've kind of tested your body over time and you've been able to see that you can tolerate that? Would you do something that aggressive like years ago? Or?
Oh yeah, so that I wouldn't have done that before because the same thing. I think carbs are somewhat demonized in the sport. People are scared to eat them. Just in general, there are a few other guys here that they were asking if I'm back on carbs yet. Like they try to come completely out of their diet, and I get crazy if I don't have them. So I always keep in my diet consistently, and I know I'm not very like sensitive to it. It's not going to balloon me up, not going to spill over. Like I know I handle carbs very, very, very well. So it's totally fine by me. Yeah, I know that works for me. So that's kind of my plan. I've been sticking with that the past couple shows, and it's done me pretty well.
Very cool. So you said you had a show coming up in a couple of weeks. What was the one that you did prior to this?
So last to this would be the Idaho Cup up in Boise. That was back in November. So that's the biggest show I've ever competed in. There were 21 guys in my class, which was massive. I ended up taking 6th, which is the first time I haven't placed in a show.
Gotcha.
I haven't taken top 5, but it was good. I needed that because I went in on a really short prep. I took myself about 2 weeks. So I wasn't planning on doing it. It was just last minute. A few friends were going down. I decided to join them and head up with them and kind of see how it went. And it went fairly well for a super short prep. Because that's like I said, I stay really lean on the off season too. But then that showed me if I want to be competitive and take it seriously, I need more time than that. So yeah, that's kind of what I took from it. But it was definitely a different caliber of athlete up there. And the NPC is totally different than the NGA too.
Gotcha.
Yeah, a lot different competition.
Gotcha. So you got an NPC show coming up in a couple of weeks. Any plans to dial anything in differently there, or just kind of repeat the same that you did here?
That's the thing. At this time, I've got basically another 2 weeks. That's it. 2 weeks to maintain. I'm not going to get any bigger. I can't really get that much leaner either. I'll just do another week of what I've been doing, and then same peak week regimen, same thing. And then I'm planning on taking about a year off. I want to get into some powerlifting later this year, put some size on,
Nice.
come back, and hit Gilly again next year.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of bodybuilders now that are doing the crossover bodybuilding and powerlifting. There's probably Mens Physique guys too. I just don't know of as many. What are your thoughts on that? Do you have like friends that do that, or you feel like you're kind of a trendsetter starting something new there?
I think I'm a bit of an anomaly as far as like I really love powerlifting. I haven't done a meet, but I'm planning on going in. I want to hit a 500-pound deadlift, 400-pound squat, and 300-pound bench. So I want to end up with a 1,200-pound total for my first competition, which I feel is a good place to be, to start out.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm not just about how I look. I really like to be able to perform as well.
Very cool.
So yeah, I want to shift gears a bit, get the strength back, get some size back, and then when I cut back down next year, I'll be coming back to this same show. I plan on doing this for the next couple. Yeah, they put on a really good event here.
Very cool. So a lot of guys would say like, oh, Men's Physique guys, they don't train their legs, but clearly that's not true. Obviously, if you're planning on putting those kind of numbers. So, what are your thoughts on that? Would you ever consider bodybuilding, or what draws you to Men's Physique?
I started physique just because it seems the easiest way to kind of enter into the sport of bodybuilding rather than just going full in. It was a bit intimidating.
Yeah.
And I have a really good build for physique, and I'm natural, so I don't have kind of the size yet. I know it'll take me time to really be competitive in bodybuilding, but a lot of physique guys do skip on legs. I think that's the truth. I mean, people say that for a reason, and it is true. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people. They just only care about here. But I'm a personal trainer, so I understand that everything needs to get worked. Everything needs to be developed. So I make sure that I do that.
Awesome. Cool. We got a $1,200 check sitting over there. I think it's pretty cool. I cover a lot of shows across the country, and it's very rare, even at very, very high level shows, for people to win any prize money, maybe $500, $1,000. So pretty cool. What do you plan on doing with the money?
I am going to buy a new pair of shoes.
Awesome.
That's the only thing I have planned.
Gotcha.
I told one of my clients, she works at Foot Locker, and I was like, if I win, I'm going to come buy a new pair of shoes from you. And she said, okay. So that's the only thing I have planned, but the rest just, save it.
Very cool.
Probably pay for my next show, actually. Awesome. It's only 2 weeks out, so yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Any final people you want to thank? Any final words?
I just want to thank all my friends and all my clients, family, everyone just that came out to support me. I had a good amount of people show up, and it was really fun being on stage, everyone cheering for me. It makes a world of difference having people there supporting you. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. We wish you the best of luck in the next couple of weeks here at the NPC show. Until next time, John Boss here with Rob Weeks at the Inside Natural Bodybuilding coverage of the 2016 NGA Western States.